guys, it's your boy the Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now as always people, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like and I'll happily get back to you. Now we have another boxing controversy as we embark onto the biggest week in boxing for a long time. We have to embark on a fresh controversy, and it happened here this past weekend with George Kambosos winning a majority decision over our own Maxi Hughes. Shout out to Maxi Hughes, man, for going over there, fighting George. It was weird because this fight took place in America. When you got an Australian and a Brit fighting in America, it was a bit different. But hey, Maxi Hughes, man, would have felt really hard done by this fight last night, man. Not only with just not getting the decision, but the scorecards in this fight here for Kambosos, man, was just insane. Again, this needs to be investigated, particularly the scorecard from that judge, Joseph Mason. Now, he scored it 117-111 to George Kambosos, which is just, it's indefensible, it's inexcusable. I can't see a way around it. I don't know how he's managed to come up with that scorecard, man. It's just absolutely indefensible, that scorecard right there. And Maxi Hughes has every right to be disappointed and upset, I had him winning the fight. I had him winning it by a few rounds. I thought he landed the cleaner shots. I thought his footwork was better. I thought he was making Kambosos miss. He looked a bit laboured in there. Obviously, he's been out of the ring for a while, Kambosos, after those 2 defeats to Devin Haney. But yeah, I like Kambosos. I like his attitude. I like the fact that he will go in there and fight anyone. He's shown that. But yeah, I just have to keep it real, man. I thought Maxi Hughes did enough to win this. And the scorecards just left it even more of a bitter taste in people's mouths, man. It wasn't good to see. And again, it's just something that is always going to happen in this sport. There's always going to be a bad decision. There's always going to be terrible scorecards. But where's the reprimands? Where's the who's being judged on this? Like, what is going to happen to this judge? Nothing. He'll be back in the ring. Well, not in the ring, but he'll be back judging fights again. Like this one didn't happen. Now sweep this under the carpet. But you should spare a thought for these fighters, man, that go through the training camp, go through all these sacrifices, and to put it all on the line out there for them to be hard done by the judges. Something needs to be done. But unfortunately, this is just a sport that we're in. This is just how boxing is. It's been like this for years. It's going to continue to happen, and people are not going to do anything about it. We'll get videos like this where I moan about it, but they'll be back judging or refereeing or whatever next week, which is unfortunate. So shout out to Maxi Hughes, man. He put in a great effort. It's unfortunate he didn't get the win. Kambosos, he did get the win. Who knows what might happen with him now, but we do know what happened outside of the ring after the fight. He was approached by Shakur Stevenson, who is really looking to try and, make waves in this lightweight division. He approached Kambosos and he basically said Kambosos is not on his level. He almost appeared disinterested in a fight with Kambosos. He looks like he wants to aim higher, which kind of comes across as a bit of a disrespect to George Kambosos. I mean, this guy is the former unified lightweight champion. He is the guy that legitimately defeated Teofimo Lopez. I think he deserves a bit more respect, Kambosos. One bad performance, in this controversial decision here anyway, shouldn't taint our judgment of Kambosos. He's not a judge at the end of the day. He didn't do the scorecards, but fair is fair. He should have lost last night. But, his willingness to take on anyone, his heart, his determination, I still have a lot of respect for the guy, man. And, Shakur Stevenson was pretty dismissive of him afterwards, confronting him, speaking to George Kambosos and his team, just saying that, he's aiming higher and he thinks that he's not on his level. And you know what? The thing is that I do think that Shakur Stevenson would be a terrible stylistic matchup for Kambosos. As we saw with Devin Haney, I think it would be more of the same if they did fight. So, yeah, I get what he's trying to say, but it's just, it just comes across as a bit disrespectful, man. But, hey, Shakur Stevenson, he's not afraid to say a word or two. So, let's see how this division continues to pan out. Lightweight is one of the better divisions in boxing today. Devin Haney, as we know, was given 24 hours last week to, was it 24 hours? It was a few days anyway, last week to make a decision as to what he's going to do. He got given an extension from the WBC as to whether he will stay in lightweight and take on Shakur Stevenson as his new mandatory, or whether he will move up to fight Regis Prograis. It's looking like that he will take on Regis Prograis now. But Shakur Stevenson is going to be a big problem for anyone that does end up fighting him, as we've seen. I mean, the guy has tremendous ability and talent. I think that he's going to be an issue for anyone who steps into the ring with him. And his ceiling is higher than most, I would say, in boxing right now. But let's see it. Let's see it all put into action rather than words and Twitter fingers and everything else. Let's see who his next opponent will be. But he is a problem. Make no mistake about that. Where does Kambosos go from here? I'd like to see him fight Maxi Hughes again, if I'm being honest. I would like to see that rematch. But, you know, he's talking about Gervonta Davis and those sort of guys. But, yeah, he could get that fight. But I would like to see him take Maxi Hughes. I think Maxi Hughes deserves it. So let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, guys. Was this a robbery to you? Let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.